This is my first car review video that I've ever done. It's nothing special. It's my 2009 Subaru Legacy 2.5i. Black leather interior, Harman Kardon sound system, sunroof, moonroof, whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, it's automatic. The reason I picked this car up a few weeks ago was I had my truck. It was starting to cost me almost $1,000 a month just to keep it on the road. I'm not spending $1,000 a month on a truck that I don't want. I said it's time. Found this car online. Actually, Booker found this car on Auto Trader for me when Booker came to visit like a month ago. And we went to look at it one day after Cars and Coffee. One owner car, 64,000 miles, clean Carfax. I said I have to do it. I would have preferred the 5-speed and I would have preferred the Legacy GT. When it comes down to it, I really couldn't complain because when you find a car this clean that has such low miles, one owner, and I walked out of the dealership for less than 11 grand, I really couldn't argue. So I gave up on the Legacy GT and picked this up. This is the first all-wheel drive car that I've ever owned. I had only owned rear-wheel drive vehicles. I had a Dodge Dakota, a BMW 323 or 325, 323 I think it was, E46 sedan that I drove in high school. It was a fun car. That's what made me fall in love with BMWs, even though that car was so basic. And then I had the BRZ, and then the Sierra. But enough about that. I knew what I was getting myself into when I picked this car up, because this is the same car that my girlfriend has, which hers is a 2007, so it's 2 years older, and she has the cloth interior. It doesn't have the little trunk wing and everything, which all that stuff you can add on. I don't know. I found this car as is, picked it up. I wasn't looking for something fully loaded. I wasn't looking for something base model. I was just looking for something cheaper to daily. And when I say daily, everybody says, oh, well, it's not your daily, it's your only vehicle. Yes, it is my only vehicle at this point. It's saving me enough money at this point that I will be able to purchase another fun vehicle. My goal was to be able to get another vehicle that was reliable, preferably all-wheel or four-wheel drive, because the winters out here in Pittsburgh can be brutal. They haven't been the past 2 years, thankfully, but they can be. And this was the car to do it. I wasn't looking for a fun car or a high-performance car per se. I was just looking for something reliable. So I ended up with this. I've owned it about 1,800 miles at this point, and it's a solid vehicle. I love this car. When I say the truck was costing me $1,000 a month, that was payment, insurance, all the gas that I was burning through, plus whatever it needed that month to keep it running. That truck was high maintenance. I bought it with like 76,000 miles on it. But anyway, that's in the past. That's done, thank God. That was a mistake. I learned from it. We're good now. So far, I think my only complaint with this car is the fact that it's not a 5-speed. It's really nice because I'm averaging just about 25 miles per gallon right now. I think 24.9 as it sits. I was getting almost 27 the other day, but I do a lot of highway driving, so now that I've been cruising back roads and stuff, it's dropped a little bit, but still, I can't argue with 25 miles per gallon after getting 16, 17 on the highway with the truck. Being the first all-wheel drive vehicle that I've owned, I can't really compare it to anything else. I mean, I've driven a few BMWs with the xDrive system. Obviously, Audi has the Quattro system, which is phenomenal. It's definitely not the sportiest little car. It's not a race car by any means. But at the same time, the 2.5 is very responsive on the throttle. I don't know how I feel about the 4-speed automatic. I don't know. You get on the highway and it sounds like it wants to shift, and it won't, because it's already in fourth gear. I have a few friends that build these cars for either show cars. I know a couple people that have built them into like rally cars. I don't plan on building it. I'm probably going to do wheels and tires eventually, so I can put winter tires on the stock wheels. That being said, this car rides very stable, stock. The all-wheel drive grips in corners. I don't recommend taking corners faster than they're rated, but let's be real, we've all done it. It's fun. I don't have any complaints. I love this car for what it is, and I hope to have it for a really long time. Getting better gas mileage, my insurance went down, my payment went down. I have so much fun driving this car. It's not the fastest thing in the world. It still has a sporty look to it at the same time. This is the second Subaru that I've owned. I think I have more fun with this car. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for saying that. It's a point, click, shoot car. This car is a back road monster. Isn't a small little compact car like the BRZ, so I can't say that they are really comparable, but at the same time, they are comparable. The 86 BRZ, FRS, whatever you wanna call it, is a light 2-liter naturally aspirated rear wheel drive coupe, whereas this is a little bit heavier of a sedan that's all-wheel drive, but it's still a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated engine. So you have a little bit more displacement, you have the all-wheel drive. That's what makes it comparable, in my opinion. It grips when you force it into a corner. I love it. I have so much fun driving this car, and I never thought I could have that much fun in a commuter car. I've had a couple of my friends ask me in the past month or so, why didn't I buy a WRX or an STI, and I opted for the Legacy instead? And the answer to that's pretty simple: maintenance. Those cars are high performance. High performance is always high maintenance. I could do it. I didn't want to, because I know the things. I have my mind set on another BMW, and when I get my mind set to something, that's it. Like, I'm gonna buy another BMW at some point, hopefully within the next year or so. We'll see. I didn't want to have all of my money wrapped into one vehicle if I could have two vehicles and have a hell of a lot more fun. I think my main complaint with the red paint is that it is absolutely impossible to keep clean. I sprayed it off before I brought it out to film, but it's still, if you look at the back here, there's water spots and all kinds of stuff. I love it though. I love the color. I love the trunk wing. If this is my first video that you've seen, please subscribe. I try to post new content every Wednesday and Saturday evening. I have a bunch more car reviews coming and a bunch of other cool content. There's a website, there's all my social media, Snapchat, everything is in the credits and in the description. If you want to see new merchandise before it hits the website, Snapchat is the way to go. Till next time, build it for you. Peace out, guys.